Hey, Mr. Wealth Answer here, and thank you guys for stopping by this channel. In this video, I have some new information on Novatech FX that I feel you may find valuable. And if you stay till the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can legally make money in this space while minimizing your risk to fraud and scammers. I think it's actually going to be worth watching. So stay tuned till the end to find out more. If you are looking for real and legitimate ways to grow your capital and wealth, then check out our exclusive Wealth Mastermind group. You can find the link in the description area underneath this video. So I have spoken to an anonymous source who's actually spoken to Cynthia recently, and I have some good news and some not so good news. The good news is this: Cynthia is currently looking for a solution. She hasn't ran away with our money, but rather is actively seeking a solution or a way to keep the Novatech platform active. So I asked my anonymous source, was she actually trading with our money? And they replied, yeah, she actually was trading with the money, and she literally did have actual traders. Now, I personally trust the source, and so I know from your end, you're like, who's this person? So your sentiment, I perfectly understand. But for me, I trust my source and I do trust his credibility. So on my end, I believe Novatech is not a Ponzi scheme, just rather ignorant of the space, and in my opinion, just got too large and caught the attention of governments who first disliked the crypto space to begin with, and secondly, they dislike MLM structured financial companies. Who knew? Well, let's go on to the bad news. The bad news is she would not be able to trade or continue Novatech unless she finds a way to be compliant. So this may take a while, and I'm not sure how long that's going to be, and if it's going to be. Nobody does, and I personally think Cynthia herself doesn't even know. Also, they are not allowed to communicate because they've been advised not to for legal and compliance reasons. So we may actually not hear anything from them for some time. So I guess we just have to wait. The problem with Novatech is not the trading, the system, or the fact that they were making money. Rather, it's the fact that it's actually kind of illegal to create a multi-level marketing company on a financial opportunity. I've come to learn that this violates SEC and FTC regulations. Now, according to the FTC, it's all about the compensation structure. An MLM company must create a product that consumers can buy. What makes financial opportunities really sticky is that the money obtained from the investor must be used to deliver a product or service. You cannot create a multi-level marketing business using a financial scheme, because the products being offered then becomes a security in itself, and it should be registered. Without it being registered, the SEC sees it as a financial opportunity rather than an actual financial product. The MLM component makes it very ambiguous to a point where it just becomes hard to distinguish whether it's a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid scheme, or if it's actual business activities being conducted. According to the SEC, any financial instrument being sold to the general public must be registered unless sold to high net worth individuals or accredited investors. Another issue is the compensation plan, and the Novatech's model in its entirety. The fact that they pay commissions 12 levels deep is a huge problem, because bonuses, commissions, and earnings have to be paid out from the sale of the product and not from the monies coming in. They would have to actually show in the books to regulators that the compensation plan is being paid solely by the returns from the market and not by deposits. So it all boils down to compliance and how they were running their daily operations. Paying out bonuses, commissions, or other earnings from the deposits before a profit is even made may violate FTC and SEC regulations. Think of Prime America or World Financial Group. Those two companies are both MLMs, and they are financial service companies, but they are also legal. And in order to actually sell and promote their financial product, the distributors are required to actually undergo certain education and licensing requirements in order to sell their products. Before you can sell a financial product, in most cities, states, and provinces, there are licensing requirements that you have to be a licensed advisor to sell or promote a fund or a security. and for a company to create and sell it to the general public. Now, one solution to get past all these regulations is just to become a high net worth individual or an accredited investor, and you will not have to worry about all of these restrictions. But most people don't fall into that category. The other option is to have a professional trader provide you financial consultancy and software as a service. I'll explain it more in a bit and how that works. Just stay with me. Another thing to note is that no matter if you are a private equity firm dealing with wealthy individuals, according to the SEC, all private equity firms with more than $150 million in assets under management must register with them as an investment advisor. Now, Novatech has over $2 billion under management. So to operate in North America, they will definitely need either to be registered or probably will have to, change their whole business model in its entirety. In my last video, I did mention that St. Vincent and the Grenadines told all companies operating in the jurisdiction to show proof of the licensing in the areas where they are conducting their business, or else they'll have to cease their operations. And this mandate was actually made from MetaQuotes. I've actually come to learn it was MetaQuotes that made that demand and put that pressure on St. Vincent and the Grenadines government. And for those that don't know who MetaQuotes is, well, they are the ones that literally have the market share for trading platforms in the world. They operate the MetaTrader 4 and 5 platforms. And if you guys remember, Novatech actually uses the MetaTrader 5 platform for those looking to trade the markets using their own money. MetaQuotes has been getting a lot of complaints from consumers who have deposited their crypto or monies into various brokerages around the world, and these companies literally just do rug pulls and run off with their money. And most of the time they will register these companies in regulation-free jurisdictions such as St. Vincent and the Grenadines. One of my trader friends said he actually experienced that and lost $1 million. Damn, that hurt. All I'm trying to say is that MetaQuotes wants to protect their integrity of their platform and also consumers. So they are mandating countries like St. Vincent and the Grenadines to have companies providing forex and trading services to be legally licensed in the jurisdiction that they want to operate in. So right now, what are your options? Well, for starters, you can smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. And join the community if you want good, informative content like this. And if you want to see a bald guy with a gray hair, salt and pepper, baby. Yeah, enough jokes. All right, so here are your options. Number one, you can file a complaint to the financial services and governing body in your country in hopes you can recoup your money back. Number two, you can wait and see how Cynthia navigates this challenge and see what Novatech ends up doing. And number three, you can move on and find new opportunities and ways to create your wealth and accept things for the way they are and just count it as a loss. Or number four, you can pray to God or maybe play the lottery in hopes your lost money might turn up as manna from heaven or perhaps found in your nearest lottery retailer. Now my thoughts. First, if this thing dissolves, I just want you guys who are watching and are part of Novatech to understand this concept. To be made whole. What does that mean? Well, whenever there's a falling out of a financial company who has to liquidate to pay their investors or customers or members, they undergo a process to pay back everybody based on what they had put in or invested. For example, if you made more than what you put in, if there's not enough money to pay back everyone, then you will not be paid out any bonuses, commissions, or other earnings, even if your account says you have X amount in it. They want to make sure that everybody involved is made whole before paying out anything else. So for those that have money invested and haven't recouped their initial investment back, there might be a little slight of hope. This actually may be good news for you, but for everyone else, well, you may not be able to get that extra juice out, but at least you are able to make a profit. Some of you may be thinking that the authorities can seize their accounts and force them to pay. Well, this is technically a legal matter and probably best left for the lawyers, but From my understanding, because of their fund being registered in St. Vincent, if Novatech has been trading and providing real returns from trades, then technically they haven't violated any of their laws, and the chances of freezing their funds may not be as easy as you and I think, especially if it's in crypto, which is also unregulated and is also in a gray area. Our funds may virtually be impossible to get back. That's the honest truth. We just have to hold on to the integrity of Cynthia, and unless Novatech gives it back willingly. But again, I would advise for you guys to speak to your lawyer personally and also see what recourse you have. I think trying to pursue Novatech legally for me at this time is premature, as I'm not sure of the status of the company, and if we take this course of action, it actually might delay the issues longer for Cynthia and her team. So rather than, instead of trying ways to find solutions to keep the company going or pay us back, she would rather be spending that time fighting legal battles. And I personally say just give her time, because legal matters are never resolved in a timely manner. It's just going to add to the expenses and eat away at the money under Novatech's management, shrinking the pool of money available to us to be paid out later on, if it's ever paid out. However, making at least a notice of complaint may help speed up her decision process maybe. Because of the lack of communication, I do perfectly understand and don't blame anybody for choosing to go that route. Now, I want to personally encourage everyone watching this video and looking to make money in this space to just be careful, not only for scammers and rug pulls, but also because of regulations. The crypto space is indeed the wild, wild west, and governments are not sure how to manage and contain this wild beast. It was created by the people, for the people, to omit the government control, but in doing so, it has become a safe haven for scammers, thieves, and a lot of disingenuous people. If you want to invest into this space, I personally recommend that you do this. Hire a professional trader who can provide you with financial consultancy and SaaS, which simply means software as a service. Traders need liquidity, and the more money they have to trade with, the bigger the leverage and the more consistent they become in pulling big profits from the markets. One thing you can do is find a trader who would be willing to provide you with trading services, and you pay them a performance fee based on their results using software that provides you transparency and other services. The trader won't have access to, let's say, your money. Rather, you have to find a reputable broker who you trust and is regulated, and the trader will trade your account using that brokerage account. You get to see all the trades, the profits, the losses. You get to see all the activities in that trading account. The trader then sends you a performance fee invoice in which you will have to pay upon receipt. If you ever want to get them to stop trading, you can just simply tell them. And if you ever want to get your capital out, you can do so at any time. The terms and conditions will vary based on the trader, but that's discussed, agreed upon, and signed up front. This brings total transparency and control for you. There's still risk and you can still lose your money in the markets, but if you get a good trader and one that is consistent with a proven track record and an existing portfolio, you can then see your portfolio grow over time. The method I provided above protects you and the trader, and everything is transparent, and if any regulator comes to ask about your trading account, all the proof is there. Well, the problem is that these types of traders are rare, and those that are really good tend to not trade for others, but some do, and you can only actually know about them through formal introductions, and they don't take just anybody. Some of these traders use PAM accounts and other structures as well. Now, every trader will have their own profit model. Some will be 3 to 5% a month, others will be 10, some maybe 20 to 30% a year. Just depends on your risk tolerance. So in conclusion, I just want to say that you guys should pray for Novatech and for Cynthia. They are going through some tough times, and every business has its challenges and growing pains. For those that don't believe in them or think that they are a Ponzi scheme, I do respect your sentiment as well, but please respect other people's sentiment too. If you don't have proof of something It's better to get the tangible proof and receipt rather than to spread non-factual information. I'm not saying they are a Ponzi scheme or they're not. Now, I believe that they're not based on my sources, but until I have checked the books myself or have my official receipts, I also cannot give a definite answer that they aren't. So for those that really hate Novatech, what if they were trading and profits were really being made? What then? Wouldn't that discredit you as well? Wouldn't that show your incompetence and your inability to find the truth and state clarity in the facts? Because a company isn't compliant doesn't mean they are a scam. Just simply means that they need to fix something about their model to continue. I do respect everyone's sentiment and decision, but not at the expense of putting others down. Making them feel like they are stupid should be shameful or regretful, especially without any factual data. It's all speculation at this point. All I'm saying is to just get the facts first, or wait till you do before you judge. Having a non-compliant issue isn't a scam or fraud. The crypto space is new to everyone, especially governments, so it's a gray area. There's no right or wrong way as of now. Every company will be dealt differently as issues arise. All right, that's my rant for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.